Hey guys, it's Broman here, back in Destiny to answer a super important question. One that I get all the time when I'm streaming, and one that I've considered quite often myself. How the fuck do I level my exotic weapons? Now, I got a bunch, right? I play the game a lot. I bought one exotic weapon from Xur every time he's been in the tower, sans the first week. And that is a shit ton of things to level. So what do? How do you speed it up? What's the fastest way? How can you do it intelligently? Well, it's a big fucking mess is the simple answer, but we're going to get into it and help you figure out the best way to level your exotic weapons. So now, I got this Hawkmoon a week ago and it took me fucking forever to level this thing. Forever. It took me a full week of dumping every single bounty that I could into it. And it was pretty terrible, because I wanted to use my other exotics. I wanted to level my Gjallarhorn. I wanted to level my Patience and Time, which I bought 3 weeks ago and I still haven't had a chance to level. So, what do? Well, first of all, before you start your week of leveling, make sure you get yourself the Nightfall buff. Make sure you get that done. Get yourself Radiant Light, 25% increase to all experience and rep gain for the whole week. So that is going to cut your time by a quarter right there. Now, another really awesome thing that you can do, but it's totally RNG based, is come over here to Xur and buy yourself some telemetries. Now, he sells 3 every week. This week, thankfully, the same week he was selling the Last Word, he also sold hand cannon telemetries. This stacks on top of the Nightfall buff, giving you even more experience. Now, the way I like to use these is I pick up all my bounties, I burn a hand cannon telemetry or whatever, and then turn in all the bounties to get the additional experience. On top of that, any experience you gain with that weapon is going to be increased the entire time. So you turn in all your bounties right away, and then you can go run patrols or whatever you like to do additionally to get experience after your bounties are done. Now, you might be thinking, that kind of sucks. I have no idea how to get telemetries. That seems super luck-based, and it is. Other ways you can get telemetries include taking apart legendary gear, but that only tends to give you 1 telemetry, which sort of sucks. It's a whole lot of work for not a lot of return. So, after you have completed your bounties, you can go to do what I like to do for experience, which is Earth Patrols. Earth Patrols will help you out a lot. Now, there's a couple of numbers that you might be interested in when it comes to leveling your exotics. We'll take a look at the Icebreaker. I did a little bit of research and I found a nifty little chart talking about all of the different experience requirements to get your Icebreaker all the way leveled up. In total, you're going to have about 250,000 experience, almost 250,000 experience, 250,000 experience total to level a exotic fully. Based off of the guy's analysis I was looking at, that's an approximate number. His approximate number was a 212,500 experience total to max out the Icebreaker. Now, that is a lot of experience. That is 38 5,000 experience bounties altogether just to max it out. But there are a few more tricks that you can do when you're working on exotic, headpieces or whatever, pieces of gear that you have equipped. Those are always getting experience. But unfortunately, these guys over here, they only get experience when they're using them. So you can prioritize and say, okay, I need to level my heavy. Well, you can't always use that. So what are you going to do? You're going to pump your experience into your Gjallarhorn when you're turning in your bounties, and then maybe use your Hawkmoon or your Last Word to do all of your regular mobbing or fighting. And that way you can kind of split the experience. That way it's just a nice way to think about it. That's what I try and do. I tend to do a crappy job of that. But it's kind of, in my opinion, a really efficient way of leveling. So, if you're going to level yourself any exotic weapon, be prepared for a long grind. Over 200,000 experience to get that thing all the way maxed out. But after you get there, it's definitely worth it. And at minimum, you want to make sure you get yourself up to the exotic part of your exotic. Over here, we have the Icebreaker, spontaneously combusting people. We got holding aces for the Hawkmoon. We have all sorts of awesome wolf pack rounds, all the things that make the exotics exotic. And if you're patient and you take your time, you're going to be able to get every single one leveled that you want. You just have to be ready for a long grind. So in short, what you need to do, get the thing, get yourself the Nightfall buff, do all the bounties that you can, grab yourself a telemetry if you got one, and if not, you're out of luck, like I have been most of the time, and then grind, grind, grind. There is unfortunately no super speedy way to do it, but there is an efficient way to do it, and I hope I, at the very least, helped you understand a good thought process going into how you should handle leveling your exotic weapons. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I fucking love each and every one of you. Thank you for 30,000 subs on YouTube. I never thought that would happen, but it happened yesterday, and I haven't made a comment about it. I just want to say thank you so much. If you liked this video or any of my other stuff, make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. I cannot express how fucking thankful I am for you guys. It is incredible. I love you all so very much. You have a fantastic evening, and I will see you next time in Destiny.